everyone, how you doing today? My name's Eric. As always, I want to thank you for taking a minute and checking out my video today. On this episode of Smo'King, I'm going to show you how to make steak and cheese stuffed peppers. Man, I'm going back on the keto low-carb diet. Me and my wife just got back from Las Vegas a few weeks ago, and we stuffed our faces. I did a video. I'll leave a link below if you want to go check it out. You know, that's one of the fun things about Vegas is just being able to eat lots and lots of food. But anyway, I think I gained a few pounds. I'm going on a low-carb diet, and this is a great recipe, especially if you've been craving like a cheesesteak sandwich, because it's got all the elements with hardly any carbs whatsoever. So I got some sirloin steak that's already been chopped up into small pieces, some provolone cheese, some peppers, some mushrooms, an onion, some Italian seasoning. This is going to be a quick and delicious recipe. So stick around. I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. Let's get cooking. So the first thing you want to do is cut the peppers in half and remove all of the seeds and all that white stuff so they just look nice and clean like this. I decided to cut the tops right off, but you can leave them on if you want. It might be a little bit better presentation. And these are really hard, obviously. We're going to saute the beef and the onions and the mushrooms in a skillet, but we need to soften these peppers up. Now, if you were smoking some food, you could throw them in the smoker, but I'm not smoking anything, so I'm just going to throw them in a 325-degree oven for around 25 minutes to a half hour. I'll check on them at around 20 minutes, and we're just going to cook them until they're a little bit more tender. So throw them in the oven. We'll be back in a second. Okay, while we're waiting for those peppers to tender up a little bit, drink review time. Since I'm on keto, I'm trying Heineken Light. They say this is 3.3% alcohol, which is way low, but then let's see some of these other ingredients. It's got 90 calories and 6 grams of carbs, so not bad. And this is my daughter Ava Grace.
Hey.
Hey.
Do you need a step stool?
No. And she's going to be trying one of these pre-mixed drinks. It's Crystal Light. I already got it mixed up in a water bottle. You know, it's one of these where you do a couple squirts into the bottle of water. And this is tropical coconut.
So if you know that, you can get it at the store.
Is that a new flavor?
Yeah.
It is? Okay, here, move over.
I don't want to tell the camera that I have it because I did it.
Alright, so let's open up your little thing here. We'll pour some in. Well, it's orange. Coconut's not orange.
There's a lot of orange in here. Alright. So this is a tropical coconut. If you want to see what it looks like, here you go.
Yep, there you go. Alright, hang on. Let me just get this on. Alright, hang on one second. Let me get mine open. Heineken Light. Now, I like regular Heineken. I used to have a neighbor when I lived in
is that wine?
Another place in Costa Mesa that used to always come home. He'd always hang out in his garage and he would drink Heineken.
Is this wine?
No, this is beer. And he'd always invite me in, but he didn't speak very good English, so he would kind of laugh and tell me jokes, and I'd have to nod my head and kind of agree because he'd give me a couple beers, and I think he was just trying to get away from the wife or something, hanging out in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
He had a little fridge. Remember Gilbert?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Gilbert.
All right. Well, cheers. Cheers to our viewers. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Say cheers to our viewers.
Cheers.
Okay, give it a sip and tell them what you think.
Okay. You're going to do it to yours too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's lighter than normal, but it does have that Heineken flavor. So if you like Heineken and you're looking for like a low calorie, low carb option, this is definitely good. And I'll definitely enjoy it. Okay, how about you?
You can tell the pineapple's kind of like, wow, I love this thing. I'm just like how tropical this is.
Oh, you taste...
It's kind of like a forest, jungle type of kind of flavor. You know.
Wow, a forest, jungle, tropical flavor?
Yeah. Okay. Now we know.
All right, well now you know if you're looking for some Crystal Light, that's a good flavor, huh?
Yes.
Tropical coconut.
Tropical coconut.
All right. Well, cheers once again, Ava Grace.
All right.
Alright guys, I'm going to start getting over here in the skillet. We'll start sauteing those onions and mushrooms and the steak. We'll get ready to assemble these in a little bit. See you in a few seconds here.
See you in a few seconds.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Alright, so I have a couple tablespoons of olive oil in this pan to heat it up. We're going to start off with one onion. We're just going to saute this first. Alright, so you can see the onions, some of them are starting to turn brown. I like them a little more done. You know, make them how you like them. So now we're going to make a little space in the center. Like so. Put a little bit of butter. And I got some of this squeezed garlic. Although we're right at the end. We're going to put a little bit of that in there too. Minced garlic. There we go. We'll let this butter melt, stir everything in. And last but not least, we got some mushrooms. Mushrooms don't take long. I'm just going to saute them a little, then we'll add the meat. Alright, here we are. Man, it's smelling delicious. That garlic now is starting to come out. Okay. Now we're going to try to push this off to the side. We'll throw a little bit of butter here. Not for you, mushroom. Now we're going to throw on that steak. You see how small the pieces are? I did this on purpose so it's not going to take long to cook. But of course, you know, cook accordingly. Okay. I got 2 teaspoons of Italian seasonings. I'm going to sprinkle on this right now. A little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. Alright, I just stirred everything together here. This meat still needs a little bit while to cook. We'll just let it simmer here. Check on your peppers. They should be just about ready. Alright. You can see it's much more liquid here. I'm going to drain some of this liquid off because it's pretty much done. Turn the heat down to low. I'll be back in a second. Oh man, it smells wonderful. Alright, I just wanted you guys to see I just drained that liquid. Man, it smells wonderful. Just going to keep it here on very low. Get those peppers out. We'll stuff them. We'll be back in a second. Okay, here are the peppers. I did keep them in like an extra 10 minutes because they just weren't soft enough. You see the skin's starting to wrinkle. They're a little bit softer to the touch. That's perfect. Here's that delicious mixture of the steak, the onions, and the mushrooms. But before we put them in there, I almost got ahead of myself. I got some provolone cheese and just like kind of rip up some pieces to fill the bottom. Like so. I mean, come on, this is going to be just like a cheesesteak sandwich, but with no carbs. I shouldn't say no carbs. It'll have a little bit of carbs, but not as much as you would normally have, obviously. Let's see. Alright, now we're just going to carefully try to stuff these as best as you can. Some's going to drip out. That's normal. Oh, this is going to be delicious. I'll be back in a second, guys. Alright, so here they are. I put some meat in each one of them. Kind of put as much as you can fit. And I'm just going to put a slice of provolone cheese on top. Just like that. And we're going to put them in the broiler. Around 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes. Whatever it takes to get these Nice and melted and delicious. Oh man, look at these. Some of these are going to overlap a little, but that's okay. Look at that. All right, I'm going to throw these in the oven. We'll be back shortly. All right, here we are, fresh out of the oven. Just going to let them cool here because they were bubbling, as you can see, the cheese. Oh, it smells wonderful. Look, man, perfect for a low-carb diet for sure. Some cheese steak action. Man, be back in a second. Hey guys, here they are. Put a little parsley on top. Man, they look delicious. They smell delicious. Be back in a second to try these out. Alright, welcome back. I'm here with my wife Monica.
Hey
We're
guys.
going to try these out.
It
Man,
smells.
they smell wonderful.
It does smell really good.
Definitely need a fork and a knife for this. Here we go. You're not a big cheesesteak fan, are you?
I'm not.
All
But
right.
I like bell pepper and I like the cheese. I mean, I like the meat. I just, yeah.
Mmm.
It is good.
Mm-hmm. I got smoked provolone cheese.
No, that is actually really
I can taste
good.
it. Can you?
Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
It is very good. I like how the mushrooms add a little extra texture to
Yeah,
it.
I mean, yeah, if you like a cheesesteak and you're on keto, low carb, hey, do it this way.
That is really good.
And this would even be good, excuse me, if you had a barbecue picnic, people over at the house, you were smoking something already, yeah, you could prepare this, throw these on the smoker to melt the
Yeah.
cheese, you know, prepare them the day ahead of time.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, I mean, these would be a great little appetizer to have.
They are really good. Really good.
As always, guys, I appreciate you watching my video. If you like it, please hit the like button. I would love it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll leave a link above to my website, ericsmokingbbq.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, guys. Wow. And I'm sure it's pretty filling, too, being that it's got a lot of protein in it.
I almost debated whether to cook this on the Blackstone. Which, you know, I still have to soften the peppers up a little bit in the oven. But, yeah, I could have totally cooked the steak, the mushrooms, the onions, you know, had the soft peppers, kind of grilled them for a couple minutes at each side. That'd be another thing you could do on the Blackstone, huh?
Yeah, this is good.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.